Hey there folks, how are you? Jet Low here and welcome to further adventures in backlit theater. Hold on. Look at this. Today's cinematography lesson. Wow, there we go. Okay, I just want to talk very briefly. It's a film I saw here my second day at the Seattle International Film Festival. A French picture called Criminal Education. I would give you the French title, but in the last episode of the film talk, I think episode 2 or 3, it became very clear that my French pronunciation, after our conversation or mention of Chris Marker and his films, my French pronunciation is quite poor. So I'll just call it A Criminal Education. Definitely worth seeing for 3 reasons. This is the story of a young African immigrant who becomes slowly embroiled in the drug trade in Italy, and 3 reasons to see it. 1, you've got the non-actor, and the lead role is fantastic. You can tell he's not an actor. In the first scene, he's a little hesitant when he's on a bus, and you're like, oof, but he gets better right away. I don't know if the film was filmed sequentially or not. Apparently, some of the film was based on his own story. The film is inspired by a true event of spoilers ahoy, stop watching if you're not interested. If you are interested in seeing the film clean. But if not, if you don't mind spoilers, there was a real-life massacre of immigrants in Italy, and this was inspired this film. So he's great. Number 2, the cinematography. So much cinematography of mainstream pictures, and this is a mainstream picture in the sense that it's a linear narrative. Cinematography tells you what to think. Everything is explained to you. The same thing goes for scripts and music, and it's a big problem I have with Spielberg's War Horse, right? Because you have these beautiful pictures, it's all very clear, it's like a children's storybook, which is the point. But the music telling, John Williams' score, telling you what to think even on top of that was just, it's just too much. Anyway, music scores, cinematography can tell you what to think. Now, the cinematography of Criminal Education is subtle, beautifully done. It reminds me of the work of, I'm probably pronouncing this badly now, from the German, Ute Breisewitz, who did the first couple seasons of The Wire. The Wire is a great American television show, but it loses something when she moves on after a couple seasons, because her work has a documentary style, and almost sometimes the framing seems like just off a little bit, or you're not leveled up properly. Everything's just a little bit, I won't go as far to say Dutch angled, but just a little bit askew. Her work is superb, and this film resembles that. The very subtle cinematography is a delight. And the 3rd reason to see it, and this is so nice, criminality, the criminal, is so glorified in cinema. And I guess you can say right at the very beginning, it was part of cinema's job to glorify the criminal. We think about the Great Train Robbery, for instance, right? Always just Scarface, the original version. Always even the remake, always glorifying the criminal. And we're so familiar with the story of the immigrant who comes into the new area and slowly works his way up the drug train to become the kingpin. Think about all the praise that was lavished on the prophet recently, right? Which is that story. Which is so great about this is that we keep having opportunities for this guy to rise in the drug trade, to take control. And you think, he's gonna take control. He's gonna become a big shot. And he keeps saying, no, this is horrible. This is a horrible situation. I don't want to be part of this. And he does that throughout the picture, which is great. It's a refutation of violence. As you know, my co-host Dr. Gareth Higgins, one of his themes, narrative arcs, one of his narrative through lines of the film talk through 203 episodes has been his exploring of the myth of redemptive violence. Violence doesn't redeem anything. It doesn't make things better, folks. Right? And so it's nice to see a film like Criminal Education, which explicitly refutes that. And you could say, yes, it's heavy-handed, and there is some symbolism, which is like too much. Him being our protagonist gets draped in the African flag at one point, or not the African flag. Sorry for my provincialism. But draped in a symbolic flag. And yes, that is heavy-handed. But damn it, the film's worth watching. Go see it. Criminal Education, also known as in French as a Criminal Education, but in French. All right. Thanks for watching, and talk soon.